Welcome to the Post-Glover YouTube video series. Today we will demonstrate how to mount and connect a large style post-Glover dynamic braking resistor, commonly known as the DV0900 series. This instructional video is generic for the post-Glover dynamic braking resistors from around 20 kilowatts to 100 kilowatts. Note that this style of dynamic braking resistor is much larger and hard to move. Some of them can be moved manually, but all the units in this design come with lifting eyes to assist with moving them if necessary. Remember that these dynamic braking resistors will give off heat, so make sure you don't mount it too close to something that cannot withstand this heat, or in a location where people can accidentally touch a potentially hot surface. After placing the enclosure where you want it, you can secure the enclosure through the mounting holes, which are large enough for up to 1/2-inch bolts. If you would like the mounting dimensions before shipment, they can easily be obtained from Post-Glover. Now take off the front cover of the enclosure by removing the screws. You will notice there is a 1.5-inch diameter conduit hub at the bottom of the enclosure to pull your wires through. You will only need to remove the cover that is on the same side as the conduit hub because all the wire terminations are at this end. After pulling your wires, the positive and negative leads from the variable frequency drive should be terminated on the terminal pads that have a 2-hole NEMA pattern, which is a 1 3/4 inches apart. Note that there is no polarity associated with the dynamic braking resistor, so it does not matter which wire you land on which terminal. There is also a terminal block at the bottom of the enclosure at the same end as the landing pad that is conveniently pre-wired to the thermal switch. The thermal switch is typically a normally closed switch that will open if the temperature gets too hot, and it is usually wired to the enable circuit of your drive if you want to utilize this function. Just like the incoming wires, you cannot hook them up backwards, so it does not matter which wire you land on which terminal. Simply insert the stripped end of the wire into the screw terminal and tighten the screw. Remember to pull on the wires to ensure that they are tight. After the enclosure is secured in place and all the wires are hooked up, replace the screws for your front cover and your dynamic braking resistor should be ready for use. If you have any questions, please contact us by email at sales@postglover.com or give us a call at 859-283-0778.